Okay, we're going to do a walk around video. We're outside on this Conquest Class C motorhome. I'm going to go around the outside real quick, show you where everything is out here. Got your awning here by the door. Controls are on the inside. Your LP tank is right down here with the LP. Your yellow cap is your fill. That little valve right there is the outage valve. It's also technically known as the fixed liquid level gauge. Down here is the valve that you operate to turn it on and off, always all the way on or all the way off, never stop in the middle. And you do have a gauge, and you can see it says 3/4, which is full because we're only allowed legally to put 80% in the tank. Water heater, Suburban water heater. Pull out on it and lift it off. It's on pins. Okay? Down here is your drain. Your drain is an anode. When you pull that out, you're going to see a aluminum rod about 9 inches long, about 5/8 of an inch in diameter, that's going to steadily dissolve. When it's all done, it'll look like a coat hanger wire. At that point, you replace it. Under the black cover there is your electric element. Next to it is the on-off switch. Always leave it off until you know for a fact there's water in the water heater. Up here, these are push-button resets. When they pop out, it'll shut off. You have to push them in to reset them. And this is your T&P valve, boiler valve. I'm going to pause for a second, put this back together. Okay, stuck the water heater back together. Up here above the water heater is a vent. This is for your over the stove. You do want to snap it shut. Hard to do with one hand while I'm holding the camera in the other, but there's clips up here. You just push it in and they snap shut. This is the refrigerator. I took the outside door off it so we can show you what's inside. You have a 110 plug right here. You have a control board right there. Model and serial number for the unit is right there. Your gas valve is right there. This little knurled knob right here has a line on it. If that line is horizontal, it's on. If it's vertical, it's manually shut off. Behind here, there's a label with all your schematics, and this is your boiler. Your boiler has an electric element, and it has a gas burner. What we do is we heat ammonia and water and some rust preventatives, and as it heats, the vapor goes up the chimney, the water falls back into the boiler, and the ammonia vapor travels through all of these coils, and as it changes back to liquid, it takes all the heat out of your fridge. Down below is your furnace. This is the exhaust and air for the combustion. You do want to put a screen over this in the summer when you're not using it so that the bugs don't turn it into a condominium. If they do that and plug it up, the furnace won't work. Pause again. Okay, put the refrigerator door back on. Make sure you tuck this hose out through the slot so that if you defrost the refrigerator, the water runs outside. A lot of customers make the mistake of sticking that inside, don't understand why their floor is getting wet. Refrigerator's going to defrost. GFC outlet out here, controlled from inside. Exhaust pipe down there. Morning. This door has magnets to hold it up. Your 110 power cord's there. Currently the generator's running, we're outside. Starter kit has a sewer hose, toilet chemical, toilet paper, a 110 adapter, a drinking water hose, and a water pressure regulator. And a nice storage area with a light. These lights have a touch ring, so when you touch the ring, it turns them on and off. They are static sensitive, so sometimes they turn on and off by themselves. Back here is your freshwater gravity fill. Up on the top is your marker lights. In the middle of that, or off to the side of that marker light, is your backup camera. Spare tire, license plate, and this is where your power cord hooks up. It's a standard marine style 30 amp power connector. You got a little hatch behind the door there. I don't know if you can see that, but when you take that hatch cover off, you reach inside and your hot and cold low point drains are in there. Down here is your sewer hookup and your valves. and they are labeled. Gas tank. Up here we have two hose connections. The top hose connection is city water. The bottom hose connection is black tank flush. When you hook a hose up to this, it goes right straight to your black tank to rinse it out, so don't hook up to this by mistake. We have a cable satellite connection here. It is primarily cable. To use it for satellite, you have to make a change on the inside. The generator is right here. It's currently running. So open the generator. We're going to go here and here, pull the top out, and lift the door off. Down here is the circuit breaker. Oil fill, start-stop switch. Our cleaning drills are inside, so I'm not going to shut it off. I will try to give you a quick rundown. If you hold the stop button continuously, it will prime the generator. So if you run it out of fuel, you hold the stop button down to prime it. To start it, you push the start button and crank it until it starts. To stop it, you press and hold the stop button and let go of it, shut it off. Exhaust pipe. Inside here are your house batteries or the camper. We're going to do the driver's section last, but I'm going to reach in here and open the hood quick so we can go over what's under the hood. You have a latch right here, safety latch on the outside, standard Ford truck. Set this down a second and hood prop. Prop the hood up. Over here is your antifreeze reservoir and overflow. This is where you check your antifreeze level. Brake fluid, power steering fluid. Tucked down in there, you can see that yellow hoop. That is your engine oil dipstick. Over here is your air filter. This right here is a breaker that goes back to the house batteries. There's a relay. I'll show you that. Well, I won't show you the actual relay, but I'll show you the control. This, if it trips, that little yellow flag comes out. Push it back in. Alright. That's your transmission dipstick. There's your engine oil fill, your windshield washer fill. Again, everything under this hood is Ford Motor Company except for this breaker and a few pieces of wire. Alright. Your engine battery is right here. Put the hood away. I'm going to have to set this down a second, so I'm going to pause. Alright, over here, our door, we have two keys. It's the same key. This lock is master keyed, which means most dealers have a key for this lock. This lock is your deadbolt. You have the only key for that lock. Entrance area, we have a battery disconnect switch, which was off, and a light switch. You'll see cleaning girls in here. This is your countertop extension. Lift it up, push it straight in. We'll put it back out, pull it straight out, let it come down. Light switch here for these little LEDs. This light here is a touch light, just like the one outside the compartments. There are several of those located in here. Light switch down there is for your porch lights. Nice deep sink. Up here, major control panel. This is our generator controller. It has start stop, works exactly the same as outside. Has an hour meter to keep track of your hours. Your first generator service is due at 50 hours, and then every 150 hours afterwards. You have a monitor. The monitor, I can hold this still, has buttons down here. Gray tank, empty. Black tank, empty. Fresh tank, full. Battery condition, full. The top button says full, and it's also charging. There are times when you're not plugged in or not running the generator, you'll only see 3 LEDs. That is still a good battery. It's just not being charged. Across here, we have a bunch of switches. They're all marked. Awning light turns on your awning light. Step light turns on your step light. Down there. Porch light turns your porch light on. Ceiling light turns on your ceiling lights. Water heater, this is your gas water heater. When you turn it on, the red light's going to come on for a minute, and then the red light's going to go out, and as long as the red light stays out, you are heating water. Water pump switch, if you're not connected to city water, turn the water pump on. Slide outs, there are no slide outs on this model, but this panel's used in other stuff. Awning in and awning out. To put the awning out, we hold the awning out button, and the awning goes out. Probably can't get it all the way out because of the unit next to us, but that's the way it works. On this awning, on these horizontal arms, you will see a little knob. This knob should never be more than finger tight. The reason is because if you get water on the awning, it'll get heavy and pull down. If you want, you can pull the awning down and tighten the knob and have it tilted down. However, that has to be released in order to put the awning away. So we usually just tell people to leave them snug but not tight so that the awning can move on its own. Alright. Little storage compartment here. Your TV. Your antenna booster's up there. There's a green LED on there. I don't know whether you can see that in the video. There's a button next to it. Off, it's on. If that green LED is lit, that means you're on your antenna. If it's not lit, it means you are on your cable connection. You got a light switch up there, USB charge ports, 110 outlet, and a plate there for DSS if you wanted to mount a roof-mounted satellite system on. That's where it goes, where the internal switch goes. Flip this over or down, depending on how you want for the bed. Bunk ladder's right there. Dinette makes into a bed. Make it into a bed. There's a lever under here. Flip the lever and push the tabletop straight down, and then put all the cushions across. Put it back to a table, you bring it back up, flip the lever, there you go. Sign off sheet from our prep tech. Storage space. Again, these lights up here are touch on both sides. Back here is our power distribution panel and our battery charger. You got 110 breakers that are labeled and 12-volt fuses that are labeled. In the bottom of this panel, down here, is our charge center. That charges your battery. It's a power converter. It does both battery charge and conditioning. Works as a power supply. Up here is your refrigerator, on and off. You have two choices, auto or manual gas. Right now it's in gas mode, now it's in auto mode. In auto, it'll switch back and forth from gas to electric as needed. Freezer, refrigerator. There are little button paddles here you push to unlock the door. You have a curtain, comes around to cover the bed area. There's no storage under this bed. Depends on floor plan. Your thermostat is a Dometic push button thermostat. You have on and off power and mode. You notice that's heat, that's off, that's fan only, and that's cool, and we're going to leave it there. And then your temperature set here, whatever temp you want. I don't know why the girls have it set at 59 degrees. They're wearing shorts. If it ever gets to 59 degrees, they'll be freezing. Anyhow, lights up there, and the light stems have switches on them, and the round lights are touch lights. You have USB charge ports back there and a 110 outlet back there. Overhead storage all the way around. Bathroom. Toilet is a foot flush. You step slightly on the foot pedal to add water to the bowl. Step all the way down to flush it. You have a GFI outlet. This is the actual GFI. There are reset buttons on it. Instructions are on the toilet lid. Light switch on the left as you come through the door. Bathroom sink. There's a thing of toilet chemical in there that comes with the toilet and your plumbing. Shower. Simple. Pull this all the way across. It's a spring-loaded roller and it latches. When you want to release it, you push in and let it go back. You have little storage shelves for soap or whatever. You have a skylight and you have a bath fan. The bath fan has a switch on the fan and has a crank up lid. Pretty simple. Okay, I just realized I've been doing this for about 10 minutes without having it on. Gotta look at things. Power center we already discussed a little bit. That bottom vent is the return air for your furnace. This little door right here is removable. That is access to your water heater. There are valves on the back for winterization. Your oven is manual ignition. There is a pilot light back there that you have to light. Don't trust it when you're not cooking in the oven. Shut it completely off. Push button here turns on the LEDs around the knobs. Stove top. We lift up, flip it all the way over, turn the burner on to the high position, turn this sparker, usually one click. If you turn it on, give it a second, reach over there and click, it's going to light 90% of the time. Sometimes you wait another second, give it another click. There's no need to spin that knob 100 miles an hour like I see people doing. All it does is wears the knob out. Range hood, light, and fan switches. The fan, that outside vent has to be on. Microwave is a microwave. Pretty simple. Sink's a sink. Storage under here. Tilt out drawer. Up in here is this cabinet. That bag has all your manuals in it. The microwave's plugged in there. This curtain goes across to block off the front. Your second set of keys are right there. And some information here, tire pressure information, safety stuff, all labeled right there. Ladder to get up into the bunk. The ladder mounts are right here. Your TV, right there. So, those lights above the dinette are touch, just like the other ones. Smoke detector, battery operated, just like a house smoke detector at home. Back in the back here, which I was just rambling on about, with the camera off, is your LP detector. It's LP-NCO. They are extremely sensitive. Okay? I tell this to people all the time. It cannot tell what flammable vapor it smells. It has no distinction between the cleaning solvents, hairspray. Sorry, I had to pause again. Alright, you can't tell the difference between hairspray, cooking spray, cleaning solvents, LP, butane, methane, any flammable vapor, okay? It can't tell what they are. All it does is it measures air samples, and if the air sample measures as a flammable vapor, it sets off an alarm, period. In 23 years of doing these, I've only changed maybe a dozen of them because they were actually bad. I've changed thousands of them. The company that builds them will pay us to replace it, and then they want us to tell you what I'm telling you right now. But they want you to be comfortable with their product, just like smoke detectors. So again, if it goes off, I don't care why it goes off, get out. Go turn your LP off, get everybody out of the coach, count heads, relax, take a breath. Then come inside and do some research. What caused it to go off? Do you smell gas, hairspray, cooking spray? What caused it to go off? What color are the lights on it? You might want to read the front panel of the detector because it will tell you what colors the lights are for different events, and they do change that. It used to be simple. Green light was good, amber light usually meant dead batteries, and a red light meant it was an alarm. Well, now they do multiple purposes, and they have different light patterns and change stuff to tell you what it's doing. The most common failure with these is they're connected to the house batteries. So you're camping and the power goes out at the campground and you don't notice it. And your batteries get low and the alarm goes off. I call that the 4 a.m. wake up because that's usually when it happens. Again, read the pattern on the thing once you've got everybody out and done your safety diligence. Read the light pattern, find out what it is. If it says it's a fault, 90% of the faults are low battery. Start the coach up, fire the generator up, charge the batteries, it goes away. There is a button that you can press, it's like a little slot you push in, just like checking the smoke detectors, that will give you a 3-minute break from the alarm. However, that's it. It's at the end of 3 minutes. If you haven't fixed it, it's going off again. Simple. And they're pretty accurate. That's pretty much the entire rear of this coach. Again, the video you are getting maybe of a different model than you're buying. There is an emergency escape window up here. That little lever, you push down on the lever, swing it out, and you can push the window out, yank the screen out, and climb out. It is a long drop, so, but at least you're out. We're going to do the driver's area again with a couple exceptions. Everything in this driver's area is Ford Motor Company. So right now I'm climbing into the driver's seat. Alright, driver's side door, locks, and windows. The auto is the driver's window, the non-auto is the passenger window. Push down to go down, pull up to go up. Pretty simple. Headlight switch, rotary knob. You have marker lights, parking lights, headlights. That's it. This little rotary here is your dash dimmer. When your lights are on, you turn it up for brighter lights. All the way up turns your dome light on. But that sets your dash lights. Dash illumination in the new Fords has a little light sensor, so your dash lights don't work in the daytime. Down there is your parking brake and your hood release. I'm kind of looking for something right now. I don't see. Figure it out in a minute. Throttle and brake pedal. Ignition, shifter, tow haul mode button on the end of the shifter. Turn signal. Forward for high beam, back for low beam, pull back for high beam flash to pass. Windshield wipers, washers are all rotary and push button. Push in on the end of the knob for wash, rotate the end of the knob for different wiper speeds. Tilt wheel, right there. 4-way flashers is on top of the steering column. Cruise control is in the steering wheel. On and off, resume, set excel, and coast. Your dash display. Turn the ignition on a second. All your icons up there, your mileage, and your trip. And then there's a button right here that lets us switch from trip A to trip B or other modes. If I hold it, we're going to clear trip A, go to trip B, and we're going to clear trip B. So when you start, all your trips are 0, and you have 411 miles on the coach. Defrost heater fan control there, temperature control there, position here, and your radio. The radio has multiple modes. Hit the home button, you can see Cirrus, and that needs the tuner installed, so that's something you'll have to purchase. Dual mirror is a phone thing. SD card is an option for the SD cards. There's an SD card slot right here. You have a USB underneath here and auxiliary input. Figure out how to get to. Should be a little thing here that flips this open. There we go. So you flip that open. There's a USB port and an auxiliary input for like a headphone setup. So if you had one of the old iPods, up there. Bluetooth music, so when you hook your phone, Bluetooth phone is phone, obviously. You gotta connect it. Settings, auxiliary in, rear camera. There's your backup camera. Okay? The backup camera normally comes on anytime you put it in reverse, but you can manually hit it from the settings. Volume control. Back to your home screen, and all your zones and audio settings are down there. Volume is right here. Go to radio, pick a station. Don't know what kind of music you like, so we're just hitting some random stations. Up here is the old cigarette lighter style plugs. There's 2 of them for PowerPoint. Glove box, storage in the console. There is a trailer brake controller installed in here. Pretty simple, straightforward, easy to do. Mirror, you want to see. Also these lights, you push up on that, turns it on or off, and you can aim it to either side. Okay? Pretty simple. Alright, I'm going to get out of here, get this thing wrapped up so that you can get through this video. And you can have a great day. Enjoy your purchase. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our sales department or service department. We'll be happy to assist you in any way we can. Thank you for purchasing from TerryTown Motorhomes to Go. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.